Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a pretty powerful secret for finding this just unshakable calm, no matter what kind of chaos the world decides to throw at you. It's all about building a still mind, which is kind of like your own personal fortress of peace that, get this, you can carry with you absolutely everywhere.
I mean, have you ever wondered about that? You know the feeling. You're stuck in traffic that's just not moving, or you've got a boss breathing down your neck, or maybe you're on a call with a client who is just completely losing it. For most of us, those moments are instant stress triggers. But then you see those people who just seem to glide through it all with this quiet grace, almost like they're immune to all the pressure. So how on earth do they do it?
And this is where it gets really interesting, right? You're looking at two completely different ways to experience the exact same event. On one side, you've got the common reaction. Your mind starts spinning a mile a minute, stress just floods your system, and bam, your emotions have totally hijacked your brain. But on the other side, there's a totally different path. The mind stops racing. Clarity just cuts through all that noise, and all of a sudden, you're back in the driver's seat. It's really the difference between chaos and control.
And here's the best part. Getting from that chaotic, reactive state to the calm, controlled one. It isn't some super complex thing that takes years to learn. The secret is actually surprisingly simple. It really just comes down to one single, powerful principle that unlocks this whole state of inner peace.
Okay, so let's dig into that first concept, this idea of finding your inner safe haven.
So let's talk about what this is. We're going to call it your center of gravity. Physically, yeah, it's located just a little bit above your navel. But this is so much more than just some point in your body. I want you to think of it as your inner anchor. It's a source of this deep, profound stability and calm. It's your portable safe zone that you can tap into anywhere, anytime. Doesn't matter if you're in a tense meeting or a packed subway car.
There's this fantastic analogy that just nails it. When we're stressed out, our minds are exactly like that muddy water, just all churned up with 1,000 frantic thoughts. And what do? We try to think our way out of it, which is basically like stirring the water even more, making it even murkier. But real clarity, real wisdom, it doesn't come from more thinking. It comes from letting all that sediment, all those thoughts, just settle. It comes from stillness. So the big question is, how do we actually do that? How do we get the water to clear? Well, it's way simpler than you'd think. The entire technique, the real key to success, can be summed up in one powerful word: stop. And you can do this in literally 60 seconds right where you are. Okay, so first, just relax. You can gently close your eyes, let the tension in your shoulders and your jaw just melt away. Next, you locate that center of gravity. Just bring your awareness to that spot right above your navel. Then visualize. Picture a small, bright, clear little sphere of lighter energy right there. And finally, just rest. Let your mind gently rest on that point. That's it. You're not fighting your thoughts. You're just giving your mind a calm, quiet place to land.
Now, this simple act of just pausing and centering yourself, even for a minute, it does so much more than just calm you down in the moment. It's kind of like turning a key that unlocks a whole set of hidden powers you already have inside you. So what are these powers? What are these incredible abilities that start to show up when your mind is just anchored at its center? Let's get into it.
Okay, so there are basically 4 huge powers that grow directly from this simple practice. We're going to break them all down. The power to build an inner fortress, the ability to tap into wisdom born from silence, seeing the world through a crystal clear emotional filter, and, well, speaking with the gravity of calm words.
So the first power is this unshakable inner fortress. When you anchor your awareness at your center of gravity, it is literally like pulling up the drawbridge to your own personal castle. All that negative energy, the harsh words, the stressful demands from the outside world, they just can't get in. Sure, they might rattle at the gates, but your inner peace, it stays completely untouched and secure.
Power number 2. Remember that muddy water we talked about? Well, this is it in action. When you stop frantically stirring your thoughts, trying to force a solution, and instead you just let everything settle, the answer appears. Seriously, the best, most creative solution to a problem often emerges naturally from a clear, calm mind, not a panicked one. Stopping isn't about giving up, it's about creating the space for wisdom to actually show up.
Okay, think about it like this. What if your mind is like a pair of glasses? When you're stressed or angry, those glasses are all smudged and dirty, right? Everything you see is distorted. But when you center yourself, it's like you're cleaning those glasses. You can see situations and people clearly. without the filter of your own junk. You might even see that a difficult person isn't trying to be malicious, but that they're just acting out of their own stress or pain. And that clarity, it lets you respond with compassion instead of just reacting with anger.
And last but not least, this stillness totally changes how you communicate. Words that come from panic or anger, they just add fuel to the fire. But when you speak from a centered, calm place, your words have a completely different quality. They carry more weight. They literally have more, well, gravity. They have the power to de-escalate a fight, to command respect, and to bring a sense of peace to a totally chaotic situation. So when you start to pull all of these powers together, you realize this isn't just a temporary fix for a bad day. It's a fundamental shift in how you move through the world. It's about establishing a brand new, unshakable center of gravity for your entire life.
And this might be the most profound realization of all. You don't need to go on some retreat or escape to a quiet mountain to find peace. The quietest, most stable, and most powerful place on the entire planet is already inside you. It's right there, at your center, accessible in any moment.
So, the final question. That's for you. This tool is in your hands now. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's always available. The real adventure starts when you actually begin to use it. From this new place of stability and clarity, what will you build?